a basic problem at office, such as your employee or your subordinate trying to use internet for personal use, scrolling Facebook, posting on Instagram or even Snapchat, how to deal with it? So according to a survey, majority of employees regularly spend time surfing the internet for things that unrelated to work. So internet surfing may seem like a harmless hobby or trivial matters, but it can cause a serious impact to business owner. Time is money, you know. Like money, when time once lost, it's gone forever. The time that we spend at work directly translate to money that we earn. So here are some tips where you can keep an eye on and discourage the web surfing employee. First step is to establish a policy where you explain about the usage of internet, tell them what is allowed and what is not, let them know the risk faced by the company when they are using the company's internet connection for personal use, such as when a malware accidentally installed where it can affect computer, many information can be revealed, or even worse, damage or delete data of the company. It doesn't sound good at all. Then, after set up the policy, distribute the copies to each employee and let them acknowledge or put this notice on notification board, cafe, toilet doors, parking lot, and etc. It might be working, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, your next step is to determine if there is an internet abuse problem. Analyze your office internet, can uncover how much web traffic is related to business and how much is personal. Let employees know that they should not expect privacy when using the company's internet connection. Okay. Some companies have implemented restrict policies that allow internet access to employee. But if you simply want employees to stay off the internet, then consider offering some alternative to them, such as allowing them to listen to music while they are working, or let them check their inbox in their electronic mail. You need to remember that scope of internet usage policy is not to sneak on employees' activities or even deny their right to access internet while working. However, this will act as a guideline that need to be established to protect employees from being targeted to things that are inappropriate to a work environment. And internet usage policy aims to educate this worker about a dangerous threat and how irresponsible browsing can result in dangerous app being unknowingly downloaded into a computer. Okay. Along with having clear policies, you have to be willing to offer some flexibility. You as an employer must be willing to give, or you will find that you yourself has made some of your employees upset with you. So if you never willing to bend on your policies, the attrition rate may rise during certain times of year. You must tread that fine line between too much and too little control over what employees can do with their internet browsing. So whatever solution you arrive at, if it will only be effective if monitored and strictly maintained.
Internet can make workers more efficient, but they also offer new distractions. Sitting in front of a computer, an employee may be revising a report, doing some shopping online, or opening Instagram. Employers have the right to monitor their workers' activity in many situations at work, as example install CCTV at workplace. Employers may wish to monitor their workplace for various reasons, as example, try to monitor their workers try to surf the internet for no reason and try to wasting time for not doing at workplace. Employers have the right to monitor workers' activities in many situations at work. Monitoring in the workplace includes recording on CCTV cameras, opening mail or email, use of automated software to check email, checking phone logs or recording of phone calls, checking logs of website visited, videoing outside the workplace, getting information from credit reference agencies. Collecting information through point of sale phenomena such as supermarket, check out to check the performance of individual operators. All of the form of monitoring are covered by data protection law. Data protection law doesn't prevent monitoring in the workplace. However, it does set down rules about the consent and the way in which monitoring should be carried out. Before deciding whether to introduce monitoring, employers should be clear about the reason for monitoring staff and the benefits that this will bring identity, any negative effect the monitoring may have on staff. This is called an impact assessment. Consider whether there are any less intrusive alternative to monitoring. Work out whether the monitoring is justified, taking into account all of the above. Except in extremely limited circumstances, employers must take reasonable steps to let staff know that monitoring is happening, what is being monitored and why it is necessary. Employers who can justify monitoring once they have carried out a proper impact assessment will usually not need the consent of individual members of staff. The worker can legally monitor your use of the phone, internet, email or fax in the workplace if the monitoring relates to the business. The equipment being monitored is provided partly or wholly for work. Employer has made all reasonable efforts to inform that communication will be monitored. Employers should bear in mind that these consensus cover almost every situation where the worker might want to monitor employer electronic communication, except where the monitoring is for purely private or spiteful reasons. As long as the worker sticks to the rules, they don't need to get employer consent before they monitor employer electronic communication, but only if it is for one of the following reasons. Secret monitoring. Some employers monitor their workers without informing them that this is happening. For example, by use of hidden camera or audio device. This is very rarely legal. Guidance under data protection law says that secret monitoring should not be allowed in private area at work, such as staff toilets, unless there is serious crime involved, drug dealing. In addition, if the workers does not follow the rules and this matter wasn't, then the employer will not have choice to fire them. Even though everyone surf the internet at work, it seems so fiery someone for that reason really make it seem not relevant. But if the workers does not follow the rules, then employer have the right to fire them.
Companies can buy software such as NetSpy, Word Examiner or SpyTech that monitor activity on the network.
Then, blocking employee website access allows you to limit the time workers spend on non-work-related websites or prefer restricting access to certain websites to snooping on their staff. First of all, hold a meeting with all the workers and need to let workers know of the change in policy regarding their internet access and let the workers know the employer expectation and what type of websites are restricted during work hours. Next, choose a website browser to install for company computers. Options include Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox and Internet Explorer. There should be only a single browser installed and set as the default browser for the employee.
Write down the link that wish to block the workers. Check browser history on employee computers to determine websites that employer wish no longer them to access.
As workers, we have to be honest and responsibility given to us. Slacking on work is obviously wrong because employees neglect their duties and responsibilities. This act can be harmful to ourselves, especially when we as a Muslim understand that work is a in form of worship. It should be done by sincerity. In Islam, we are not allowed to slack on work, and the salary that we can get is not blessed from Allah. Last but not least, there are many ways to deal with workers who are trying to surf internet. Company can set policies about internet usage or the employee himself and monitor the employee activities. Lastly, the awareness must come from the workers themselves. As a conclusion, there are many ways to deal with workers who are trying to surf internet at the company. The company can set the policies about internet usage or the employee himself monitor the employee activities. The awareness must come to the workers themselves. Surfing the internet can be interest to us, but the workers need to use it properly. They must control their reaction use on browsing the internet, otherwise it will be bad for people. Please do the right decisions, especially as a workers. Don't forget to keep a note on yourself regarding to the internet restriction at the company. Thanks for watching our videos, and don't forget to subscribe our videos. Give a thumbs up for us. Bahal is awesome. Bahal is awesome!